Welcome to Music Matters, episode 3. We're just here doing some coloring. We got some awesome segments for you today. Check that out. Oh, yeah. Today's musical terms of the day are whole step and half step. Whole step and half steps are both types of seconds. They're very small intervals in music. A half step is the smallest interval in music. It is two notes that are right next to each other. Let me give you some examples. A keyboard is a very visual instrument, and there's some letters labeled too that might help you. So if I'm on a C and I go up to C sharp, that's an example of a half step. It's a very small interval. Now here's another example, D to D flat. Another example would be from E to F. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a sharp or a flat involved in a half step. Here's another one, B to C. These are all half steps. Now, a chromatic scale, which is something the 7th graders are working on, is a scale all on half steps, like this. C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and C. And we could even keep going. And then coming down, we could use the flats. C, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, E flat, D flat, and C. Now, those are half steps. What about whole steps? A whole step is also two notes that are next to each other on the music staff, but really we're skipping a note. So when I go from C to D, I'm skipping over this note right here, the C sharp or D flat. Another example would be if I was going from D flat to E flat. That's also a whole step because I'm skipping over this D. Here's another example, A flat to B flat. That's a whole step. So is B flat to C because I'm skipping over this B natural. Now, a major scale is mostly whole steps. Here's your B flat scale. B flat, C, that's a whole step. D, that's a whole step. Now here's a half step. E flat, here's a whole step. F, whole step. G, whole step. A, and finally, half step, high B flat. So your major scale is made up of whole steps and half steps. It's that time, folks. Today in music history, all of these things happened on April 29th. In 1899, Duke Ellington was born in Washington, D.C., one of our composers of the month that a lot of you are studying. In 1947, rock and roll singer Tommy James was born in Dayton, Ohio. In 1961, the renowned tenor Luciano Pavarotti made his debut role of Rodolfo in La Bohème by Italian composer Giacomo Puccini. In 1968, the musical Hair opens on Broadway, featuring hippie anthems Aquarius and Let the Sun Shine In. In 1970, George Harrison announces his first solo album and predicts the Beatles will reunite. Sorry, George. Fast forward, 2007, Rage Against the Machine reunites to close Coachella Festival. It's their first show in 7 years. And our history highlight of the day, perfect for quarantine. In 2016, Jimmy Fallon and Paul Rudd do a shot-for-shot remake of the Styx video, Too Much Time on My Hands. Too much time on my hands to take it away with my sanity. I got too much time on my hands. It's hard to believe such a reality. I got too much Levi, what instrument do you want me to draw next?
Drum.
What kind of drum?
Cymbal.
A cymbal. Okay, I'll try. And then it's on like a stand. How about that? There's my cymbal. I think I'll stick to teaching music.
Rama Rama ma ga ga ooh la la, what's your romance?
Today we're going to talk about what makes a song catchy. Like, why do we like the music that we like? Now, there's been a lot of studies about this, and a lot of times it's the intersection of music theory, but also psychology. There's a group of researchers at the University of Amsterdam who got there first. And they said, from a cognitive point of view, we define catchiness as the degree to which musical fragment remains memorable after a period of time. So a catchy song has to be memorable, and songs we like have to be memorable. But what actually makes a song memorable and catchy? Sometimes it has to do with the meaning of the song. Sometimes the meaning just speaks to you, or it really goes with a period in your life. Like right now, we're in quarantine. I'm sure there are songs that are really speaking to you right now because of the state that you're in. Sometimes, though, songs are just in your face, right? Sometimes songs are just easy to sing. The words roll right off the tongue, right? The lyrics are so easy that, you just can't forget them. Sometimes songs are catchy just because of a great melody. Notes that go back and forth, or notes that just kind of get in your head. Sometimes melodies are really what helps a song become memorable or catchy. Other times, it's repetition, right? Na-na-nas or hey-hey-heys. Sometimes we have things like vamps that repeat over and over and over again, right? And kind of that loop makes it catchy. Sometimes the catchy part of the song isn't the melody or the lyrics at all. It's something called a hook or a riff. Here's the song Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. This song came out in 2017. However, in 2019, it was still one of the most played songs on Spotify. Just listen. There's this background melody that's going over and over again, right? Right? We also have kind of a Latin beat. That syncopation rhythm is super catchy, but then the lyrics are also quite good too. Ed Sheeran's a really good songwriter. So think about some of the songs that you really like. Why do you think that you like them? Have you ever really just stopped and thought about it? Why do you like the music that you like? What about your music is catchy? Well, I hope that you start analyzing why you like the songs that you like. Just think about it a bit. See what you come up with. This wraps up episode 3 of Music Matters. Go listen to some great music. Bullseye! I would walk 500 miles